So I've always been a spiritual person. I would say growing up, I grew up in a spiritual household. It was a one-parent household. My mom has always been, really into angels and crystals and guided meditation. So spirituality was a big part of me growing up. And it wasn't just a fun part of my life, but it was a part that supported me when I needed it. It was like comfort and almost like my own therapy was different divination tools and healing. So yeah, I've always been spiritual, but my connection with the earth has really just progressed. I would say even transformed in the last few years. And there's a few different reasons for that. Okay. So at the beginning, even when I was very spiritual as a tween, and I get older and in my early 20s, I studied Reiki. I became a Reiki practitioner master. I studied craniosacral therapy and just different divination tools. And I started to offer that to other people so that because I loved the support that it gave me and I wanted to offer that and help other people as well. So when it came to nature, I just always had a love for nature that was very just appreciative. Like I always appreciate nature. I could appreciate a good sunset and the views from the top of a mountain. I loved animals and I loved how the sun feels on my skin and swimming in the ocean. Like we all know what it feels like to appreciate nature. And this is kind of where my connection with nature ended. I didn't see the connection any deeper than appreciation. I didn't have any recognition in my body that we were one. And because of that, I was missing out on this huge opportunity to have this deep sense of belonging, to feel unconditional love that's ever present, which is so healing. And I was missing out on a healing that's beyond my wildest dreams. And it wasn't until I went further in my training as an intuitive energy worker and I was led to, the course that I talk about often, transformative energy work. And after that course, everything really opened up for me. Obviously at the end of that course, it was also a culmination of years of healing, clearing energies that are inauthentic out of my system, and just generally coming home to myself. But it was really after that time where a whole world opened up to me right beneath my feet. And, like I say, a whole new world opened up. But truly, this is the world that I've always lived in. Earth has always been my home. I just couldn't feel it in that same way. And, intellectually, I knew it. Like we all know Earth is our home. Earth is, our ultimate mother. Our bodies came from the earth. All of our resources that we use are Earth's resources. Everything we have sustains us today is from the earth. And we know this, intellectually, we know this. But it wasn't until I cleared, healed, and released energies that were almost like clogging up my energy system. It was closing me off to the energy of the earth, not just the mystical energies of the earth, but that unconditional love that I just wasn't able to receive, and not in a way that was conscious anyway. And like that, I could appreciate nature, but I saw us as separate almost. And it's not my fault. It's not our fault. If that's you or if that was you, it's not your fault. If you grew up in a Western society, it's normal for Western society to be completely disconnected to nature in this way. And it's important for Western society to be disconnected from nature because we have a real culture of taking. We don't ask permission, we just take. And we need it to be this way. We need to objectify nature so that we can get what we want. We can do what we want. And I think the world is starting to wake up. I think Western society is starting to wake up. It might be slow, but it's happening. We're starting to remember how to be in relationship with the earth, with our ultimate mother. And ultimately ourselves, this is going to help us. It's going to support embodiment, bringing us back into our homes, which is our body as well. So yeah, if you live in a society like the Western society where, culture and society devours authenticity, we grew up with messages that, we weren't good enough. Authenticity wasn't cool, wasn't our thing. It wasn't allowed. We didn't have permission to be ourselves. We didn't even feel like most of us growing up didn't even have the permissions to be here or to feel like It's okay to use the earth resources. So there's always this like inner conflict happening, that turmoil happening. But we chose to be here. We chose to be human, have a human experience, and to live. We need to learn how to live with nature. We need to learn how to be in the rhythm of nature, to have that reciprocity, to give and receive. But before we can even do any of that, we need to have permissions to be here. These permissions, a lot of us didn't receive these permissions growing up. And that's not anyone's fault. That's not to blame our parents. Again, we can look at the big picture, the environment that we were living in, from culture, media, society, as well as our family, but most of us just didn't receive those messages that, that we have permission to be here, that we were going to be celebrated for being here, for permission to be yourself, to be seen and loved as yourself, even permission to have a body, which can sound kind of intense, but I know a lot of people will resonate with that, because that's one thing that really deeply resonated with me, was that permission to have a body. And again, we could talk about that for hours and hours and hours. All the different ways that our bodies have been shamed, and that's not what this is about. But even though we might not have received those permissions as children or grown up, it's not the end. We can still receive these permissions now. So as I said, we don't need to go back to our parents to like make sure they give us these permissions. We can actually open up and receive these permissions from the earth, from our ultimate mother. And yeah, it's just really beautiful, because as we open up and allow her love in, that's what's going to transform us. And most of us are hyper aware of how, as humans, we're hurting the earth and we're harming the earth. And again, there's a lot of shame and guilt around this. But as I said, we chose to be here. We chose to have a human experience. And if we're going to use the earth's resources anyway to live, let's begin that beautiful reciprocal relationship. Learn how to be in right relationship with the earth. And that's a lifelong practice. And we're going to begin here with the permissions. So as we start to receive these permissions, this energy, the permission again to exist, to have a body, to be authentic, to be our full self, those permissions are going to start to unlock potential. They're going to start to evolve and shift and awaken our energy system and even our reality, as our essence gets to be embodied, as it begins to awaken our gifts, raw talent, and just allowing all these really beautiful openings to happen. And that's going to impact our work, our passion, our purpose, and even our relationships. So if you're interested in doing this meditation, all you have to do is take a comfortable seat. I like to sit down. You can lie down if that is more comfortable. And I invite you to close your eyes. And I want you to bring your attention now to your aura. Your aura is your own energy bubble, your own magnetic field that surrounds you. And just bring your awareness to your aura, your own energy bubble. And we're going to ground our energy. So let's imagine a really beautiful earth cord from deep in the earth. It's going to travel up through the earth. This earth cord can be any color, any texture that feels good for you. It might be a gold and shimmering color, or it could be like a tree trunk. Just allow this earth cord to come up and attach to the bottom of your feet, the bottom of your aura. Just ground you here today. Just giving your aura full permission to exhale into that earth cord. Above our head, we're going to welcome in universal energy. And I like to see universal energy as golden light, with lots of sparkles and just natural healing properties. But universal energy can show up for you any way that feels good. Maybe it looks like a night sky. Maybe it's white energy. So just allow that universal energy to pour in above your head. into your crown and moving down your aura, all the different layers of your aura. And just allowing this energy, like the sun, is just going to burn away any energy that's inauthentic, doesn't belong to you. Now we can place a magnet in front of us and a magnet behind us. And just start releasing energies into those magnets. Give yourself permission to release anything stuck, blocked, or inauthentic. And now we're going to recall our authentic energy. So I want you to choose a symbol that represents your authentic energies. So this symbol could be a star, it could be any shape. Maybe it's a seashell. And whenever you choose that symbol, just allow it to sit in front of you. We're going to call in your spirit guides and your inner wisdom and just start recalling your authentic energy back into that symbol. So your guides are going to support you in recalling your authentic energies from all dimensions of space and time back into that symbol. Any fragments of your identity, fragments of your soul. And your guides are going to start to bless your energies and heal them. Just updating them as they're coming back. Updating them to who you are now. Because who you were when you were 4 and 12 and 20 is very different to who you authentically are now. So as your guides bless your energies, they're going to beam them in from the bottom of your feet all the way up to the top of your head, just taking time to fill in any spaces and any gaps in your energy body and your aura. And just coming home to your own authentic energy. And now you can bring your awareness to your root chakra. So bringing your awareness to the base of your spine. This is your first energy center. And our first energy center is developed when we're in the womb, the first year of our life. So this is where we receive all those messages from our family and our tribe. These core messages that just help to shape how we see the world, how we feel in the world. And again, those permissions to be here, to have a body, to be authentic, to be our full self. So as you bring your awareness to that first energy center, just allow earth energy to flow from that earth cord into your feet, all the way up your legs. Just allowing the earth energy to hold that first energy center. Again, just giving yourself permission to be supported by the earth. And you can allow your inner wisdom to be in charge of this process and kind of give our conscious mind a break. And any energy that feels stagnant or stuck here, anything that's inauthentic and ready to be released, let's give it full permission to be released back into the earth. And as the energy moves back into the earth, it's going to be composted, or redistributed by the earth. And we can even place a magnet in front of our first energy center and behind, so behind the base of our spine. And just start to release energies into those magnets. Again, we don't need to know what's being released. We can place our inner wisdom in charge, allowing our inner wisdom to take over. We're just saying yes. We're just giving our permission to release energies that don't belong to us or just don't serve us anymore. Now that we've made some space, we're going to start to receive the earth's permission to be here. So allow yourself to receive the earth's permission to exist. You can imagine like really beautiful energy from deep in the earth is traveling up that cord into your legs, all the way to the base of your spine. Just allowing yourself to receive the earth's permission to be here. This isn't just the earth's permission, but her celebration. So just allow yourself to feel how loved you are, how happy the earth is that you're here. And just allow her to heal and update that first energy center with the permission to be here, celebration that you're here. And just allowing your first energy center to heal, to evolve. And now we're going to allow ourselves to receive the earth's permission to have a body. So again, just imagining these really beautiful earth energies, deeply loving and supportive, pouring up from the earth into that earth cord, into our feet, all the way up our legs, to the base of our spine. This is the earth's permission to have a body. And sometimes as these energies are coming in, they might start to kick up energies first. Maybe a bit of discomfort, some blocks that are coming in or showing themselves. And that's okay. And just bear witness. We're just noticing. And we can place a magnet in front of us and behind us again. Or if you want to place a magnet in front of your first energy center and behind your base of your spine. And anything that's getting kicked up, we can just release into those magnets. We can even allow the earth's energy to flow and wash over our first energy center, allowing the earth's energy to move through anything that might be stuck or blocked. And again, as we make some space, I'm just going to continue to welcome in the earth's permission to have a body. This isn't just her permission to have body, but also her celebration of your body. This is permission to have a beautiful body, one that enables you to love, to have relationships, to move, to dance, to play. Just allow yourself to receive that permission. And allow her to heal and evolve and update your first energy center. And now we're going to allow ourselves, lastly now, we're going to allow ourselves to receive the earth's permission to be authentic, to be our authentic self. So again, imagining beautiful energies deep in the earth begin to move up through the earth's cord and into your feet, Allowing the earth's permission to be your authentic self to flow up your legs into your first energy center. And again, it might kick up some things. Some blocks might show themselves, a bit of discomfort. And we're just going to place magnets in front and behind again and just start releasing energies into those magnets. Again, placing our inner wisdom in charge. And our inner wisdom to release whatever is stagnant or inauthentic. Whatever is blocking us from receiving this permission to be ourselves. We can start to wash over this, our first energy center, our root chakra. We can start to wash over the base of our spine, all the way down to our legs and our feet. We wash over with water, so really healing and nourishing water. We can also wash over with the element of fire. The fire can transmute anything inauthentic or anything that's stuck, any cords that are ready to be released. We can also bring in the element of wind to wash over that first energy center, making more beautiful space and offering clearing. And now that we've made some more space, just continue to allow yourself to receive the earth's permission to be your full, authentic self. And again, this is not just the earth's permission, but her celebration. Just feeling how happy, how excited she is that you're uniquely you, how valuable you are, how needed you are. And just allow yourself to receive the earth's permission and just unconditional love. Now, see if you can allow her to heal and evolve that first energy center. If you need, you can place a magnet in front of you and a magnet behind you, and just, again, just releasing energies, anything that might be coming up. We're going to allow that first energy center to continue to heal and evolve and update. And now we're going to welcome in a whole rainbow of frequencies. So we can imagine a whole rainbow of frequencies begins to pour into that first energy center at the base of our spine. Down our legs and our feet. And we're going to give this first energy center full permission to be loved and cared for. And we're also going to give our first energy center permission to ask for whatever it needs and whatever it wants from the earth and from the universe. We can allow our first energy center to heal and evolve. We're going to refresh our grounding cord. So let's imagine a brand new earth cord traveling up to attach to the bottom of our feet and our aura. We're going to recall our authentic energies again, back into that symbol. And as our authentic energies come home, our guides are going to bless, update, heal our energy. updating them to who we are now, and then beaming them in from the bottom of our feet all the way up to the top of our head, filling in any spaces and any gaps. And whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes, come back to this video, and know that this is something, our relationship with the earth is something that's going to be ever evolving, and it's a privilege to be able to have practice of coming home to ourselves, coming home to the earth and just one another. And this practice can help us get in there. So if you found this difficult now, you can continue this practice every now and again and increase your capacity to receive those permissions. And the more that we can do that, the more that will unlock, the more that will awaken within ourselves, so that we can be our full self, unapologetically, and just with love. So I hope you enjoyed this, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. If you want to go deeper in your work, I am offering one-to-one offerings and also group sessions. So you can check out my website.